Hello, hello. It is the one and only 5D Transformations, and we're back with some very powerful high level information. So, what I want you to understand is the principle of as above, so below, as within, so without. And I have something for you to think about. All right. For those of you who know how the cross looks, if you're aware of Christianity, they have their symbol as the cross. What you'll find is that symbol of the cross speaks something very powerful that I want you to understand that relates to what we're talking about. The cross, you see it's one line going down and there's one line going to the side. So what you see is there's an energy coming from the top that's being brought down to the planet. That's as above, so below. Then that cross, you know what I mean? Whether we're looking at it like this, but if you spin it in a circle, it would, you'd have it at this angle, you could have it at the side angle. It normally looks like this. But if you move it around, right, it's coming out. That's as within, so without, right? That's what that symbol, in terms of what I'm channeling in this moment, represents in the context of what we're talking about. Jesus Christ was an example of bringing that energy from the heavens down into the physical plane as a living embodiment. And the energy that was within him, he brought it out, which became the word. Now, if you are a Christian, now the whole point of that is this is what we're here to do. As above, so below. You are supposed to create a communication line with your higher self so that you can bring the energy from your higher self down into the physical, right? And the way that you bring it down into the physical is based on the principle of as within, so without. So you have a connection with your higher self and you're cultivating that in your inner world. You're imagining living a life you want to live. You're meditating, imagining, and thinking about, you know, all the possibilities of what you want. It doesn't have to be like a God. It could be your higher self can be you. Let's say you want to be in the best shape of your life. Well, that would be your higher self at that point. You'd be communicating with the version of you that is in the shape that you want to be in, right? And then from there, as you begin to get into that world, you're learning more about health. You're learning more about fitness. You're starting to have more of a communication with that self. It begins to emanate out of you. So guess what? Now, just because you're studying this stuff, you're talking to people, and now that y'all start talking about health and fitness. Now people might, now you're going to the gym. People see you in the gym. Now people might say, "Hey, we're doing this," blah, blah, blah. And now you become a representation of your inner world. You can't. Everybody's inner world, whether they know it or not, it's leaking out. We can see, your inner world because it comes out. We experience it in your aura. Now we don't know everything going on in everybody's inner world, but people are very perceptive. There's a reason why nonverbal cues and body language is the most um, is the number one language. You know what I mean? It's body language. You can see how someone feels just by looking at them. That's their inner world leaking out. And what you'll find is, imagine if you have somebody with a powerful, strong, abundant inner world, right? And you put them in the room with a guy that has a negative, chaotic, um, pessimistic inner world, and you put them in the same room, and they could look like normal people, but there's an aura that's felt. When they communicate, there's a language that the person with a higher vibration is going to see. Oh, the way he's talking here, that doesn't match with the way my inner world sees it, and vice versa. He's going, this person seems, I'm not used to. And that's what happens. So when you wonder why the majority of the world is going through so much negativity and struggle, that should let you know it's a reflection of the majority of the world's inner world. And it also shows you so many people are cut off. There is no communication line with their higher self. They're just always communicating with the lower self. So everything's going downward. There's no going upwards. You know what I mean? So because of that, you might try to give them better information. They try to go up, but it's cut off. They can't go any higher. They're stuck, and they go back down. That's all they know is the ground level. And as within, so without, that comes out. So it's more than just us talking to people and trying to convince them. It's you being a living embodiment. People learn just from you existing. You are a symbol of your inner world. It doesn't matter where you are. You can be a teacher. You can be an actor. You can be a construction worker. You can be a mathematician, a scientist. Whatever field you're in, you're representing an energy, and you're bringing that. And it's our job, the ones that are listening, that are aware of this 5D energy, right? We're here to bring that energy down to the planet, and it gets brought down here through us. How else is going to get down here, right? Who's going to spread the word? Who's going to share the knowledge? Everyone's still hanging on to the knowledge of 2,000 years ago plus. And it's like, yo, there's new people here now. It's our job to bring the energy down. It's our time to do that. And if you're not ready to do that yet, keep developing. Keep that communication line with your higher self. Keep investing more knowledge into yourself. And you're going to begin to see yourself grow in that, and you're going to see a more direct communication line to the point where you know the voice of your higher self, and it's feeding you powerful information all the time. So that's my message for you. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, when you think of the cross, when you see it, keep that in mind. As above, so below, as within, so without. Make sure to study the universal laws. They're very, very important. If you are interested, I have a video on the universal laws on my Patreon. It's in the Pyramidian Coaching Program. Check that out. That's where I have all of my courses and all of my powerful videos that are in the vault. You can check those out. High level information. So, you can check that out, or you can get the Pyramidian Gold one-on-one membership. It's a monthly program. I only can coach up to 10 people per month. So right now we're already down to 7 people available for this program specifically. So if I'm working with you separate from this, don't worry. This is just for my people who are part of the Pyramidian one-on-one, the Pyramidian Gold. So if you are still interested, tap in. My email is your5dtransformations@gmail.com. Make sure to reach out to me there if you're interested. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. It's the one and only. Peace.